Good morning, gurus. Welcome to another episode. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Bitcoin is the market cap sitting at 2.5 trillion. We have 54 viewers on bitcoinprice.live. Bitcoin yesterday went from 63,000 the last week all the way up to 69,500. Yesterday when Elon Musk started speaking, it spiked down to 67,000. Bounced back to 69, pulled back to 670. So there's a lot of massive sell happened there as well. Around 56,000 Bitcoin sold when Donald Trump started to speak. The fear and greed index sitting at 71, funding fee 0.001, Bitcoin price 67,732. Just massive spike down, 56,000 Bitcoin sold, big bounce up to 69,200, big spike down. So there's a lot of volume happening as the Bitcoin conference is going on. And I'm going to show you at the end what Donald Trump said about, God bless Donald Trump, God bless America, what he said about Bitcoin and how important what he said is. We're going to jump into the charts for Bitcoin. Hit the subscribe button, smash that thumbs up and turn on the bell. So Bitcoin charts, I'll do technicals on Ethereum and anything that you request in the comment section. I'll read your comments. And then we'll go over what Donald Trump said in the interview, in the speech. Let's jump into technicals for Bitcoin now. We're going into the technicals. Big bounce back in the market yesterday and then a pullback on that Bitcoin speech from Donald Trump. A lot of anticipation before the speech. When we always start on the longer term time frames, the week is going to finish in 23 hours. And if this candle finishes the week in 23 hours as this candle, a hammer candle, this will be very good news for Bitcoin. Hammer candles are very bullish patterns. Crypto Guru Bot fired a blue buy back in February 2023. You get it in the Crypto Master Course, jamescryptoguru.com. Still a blue buy now, hasn't flipped to a red sell. Bitcoin Indicator Bot, also still a buy. Stochastic heading up. Let's go closer to the daily. Yesterday, we had huge volume yesterday. One of the bigger volume days we've had in a long time. There was around, 164,000 Bitcoin traded. The day before, we had 110,000. So there was 50,000 more Bitcoin traded yesterday. And that drop created that a little bit of an inverse head and shoulders here. Shoulder, head, shoulder, inverse head and shoulder. My target is still that 80K. That trade from yesterday got stop lost when that spiked down. Oh no, it's not yet lost. That trade was not yet activated. Bitcoin came down close. It came down to 66,500. Our trade is 65,600. I would keep my trade open there. And my Elliott wave count is still in play. My new Elliott wave count is still in play. First wave, first to second corrective, which I assume of 72. And then find second to third impulse, which will be the biggest, to 88K. And look at that spike up in volume. You can see it in the hourly. Look at that spike in volume. And this is, you can also check it on spot. If we go into spot, so this is Bitcoin spot on Binance, you can see where the sell happened. On the hour, when Donald Trump started speaking, 10,000 Bitcoin was sold into the speech on Binance spot. 10,000 Bitcoin was sold into that speech. And Bitcoin is pumping back up again. So quite a nice entrance, to be honest, at that 67. Though, if you want to get in with the big long, so I would keep this bigger long for the safer trade of of 65,600. I would keep that safer trade, but you can see that Bitcoin is already bouncing off this support here. But I'll try and catch it of 65,600 on any small pullback, because otherwise it will be too dangerous to enter. I'm going to show you my trade now. If you want to trade like you see me do, go underneath the video. You'll see the link to Bybit. You get a $30,000 up to $60,000 bonus when you use that link. And join us trading in the gurus. Then join us, take the Crypto Master Course to learn all this. You get the Crypto Guru Bot, Bitcoin Indicator Bot, jamescryptoguru.com. And then join us in the Telegram. There's 9,000 of you, few hundred of you trading on any one time. You can find all the links down below. My Bybit account is 595. Big bounce back from yesterday, 575. So we made 20K yesterday. My Bitcoin trade is $38,800 in the profits. Remember when that trade was negative 21,000 and people was saying so much shit, and now we're positive back to 38,000 on this trade, 38,800. It's a $267,000 trade, which is beautiful. 38,800 in profit. This account 595 in here. Spot is down a little bit today. Bitcoin up 86,674. MCRT slightly up 69,000. Doge slightly down. Uniswap slightly down, only because of Bitcoin pulling back on that speech. It was pumping, then pulled back, and that caused a little bit of a dump. And you can see my split in my assets. 14% MCRT, 37% of this account is USDT, $183,000, 1.2 Bitcoin, 17%, 10% Doge, Uniswap, World, Pocket. And now what I'll do is I'll move out when things pump. I'm going to move, so Bitcoin pumping, I'm going to start moving them into the others to make it all 10% inside the Telegram. These are some of your comments from yesterday's video. Hey, what do you think about Donald Duckland Trump coin? I don't like meme coins, everyone. They'll pump and then dump. So it's just a Ponzi and you'll be left holding the bag. Be very, very careful with meme coins. What do you think about Coinbase? Coinbase is strong. It's a good company. And I do like that stock because they're making a lot of money. I think that stock is going to pump this year. When are you going to buy a razor? Haha, Drian. First time I've grown my beard and I love it. I'm growing my beard and my hair. And I look like some Greek god, and I'm going to keep this beautiful... This is the longest I've ever grown my hair and my beard, and I love it. It comes with some... I really like it. Boring times in the market. What? It was amazing. We had such a big pump yesterday. Can you do Polkadot? Okay, we'll see if there's more requests. James, appreciate your videos so much. You are not using stop losses. In my trades that I show you the stop losses. On my bigger trade, I didn't set a stop loss. I set a liquidation. I added more... So, okay, stop loss, if you haven't used the stop loss for a trade, you won't be in profits now. So it's not really about calling the bottom as you were down 20K. It's about being a risk taker because you afford to lose all that money. So you recommend stop losses or open longs and have a DCA strategy. My true opinion needed here. Nice question. What I would say is if you look at my trade, I did actually have... I wouldn't say I put a stop loss, but what I did is I added $40,000 of margin. So you can see here, I have 40,000, initial margin was $13,000 to open this trade. And then I added another $27,000 to this trade to make it 40,000. Why? To make sure my liquidation price was below 52K, which it is. So in that trade, that was catching the bottom, but I added spot to make sure my liquidation was secure and my price was under my liquidation. However, on the trade that I showed you where I would set up a Bitcoin trade right now, you can see this is the trade setup. So how you read my trade setups, you need to take the crypto master course, jamescryptoguru.com, to learn this more in depth in 12 hours of lessons. But this is the trade entrance at 65,612. This is the stop loss, this red line. This is where the trade will automatically close, 64,953. And take profit is 88K. That would be the take profit. So for example, on my trade here, if I set the take profit at 88,000, I would make profit of 128,964. So I said 88,000. If I set my stop loss, what I wanted it to be was below 52K. So I've got it at 50K. I put my liquidation, right? I wanted it below 52K. So I didn't really set a take profit and stop loss for this trade, but normally on every trade, that's what I would do. But when I do those big trades, I try to enter at the best time. Hope that helped you answer the Michalik. DCA is the best strategy for anyone who hasn't taken the courses and learned all of this. Hi, James, what exchanges are you using to buy Tesla? You can buy them on Interactive Brokers, Charles Schwab. They're my two favorite, biggest exchanges in the world. Longs only, up only, long only. Bitcoin, been amazing. Thank you for your video. You're welcome. Since I became so rich in cryptocurrency, I realized that crypto is the future because I invested 10K and made 36K as a weekly profit. I appreciate the help of your channel. Amazing XRP. Hey, James, you forgot XRP. Can you do XRP? Okay, I'll do XRP. What about MCRT? Team is building amazing. I highly recommend you follow them on socials. Follow the Maxit, the CEO. They're building amazing technology, and I'm backing that project big. I'm even buying more and more of it. I'm buying off the open market. Hi, James. Your last video, not specifically about Bitcoin, like 10, 15 days already. Before you talk about Bitcoin more specifically, I do Bitcoin in every video. Thank you all for the comments. So I'm going to do XRP because there's a lot of requests there. It seems for XRP. So XRP USDT. Yeah, it was on Binance. You can see that XRP on the longer term time frame, going back to 2021, has set up this massive pattern, which is a descending triangle. Builds pressure, breaks out to the base of the triangle. And you can see that since I said that, it's already starting. It's broke out a little bit and then pulled back a little bit. 63 cents it went to, but that volume is increasing. That looks like it could have a big pump based off this technical pattern. But everyone, you have to be cautious out there. Do your own due diligence and join us in the Telegram. The link is also at the website. Donald Trump 2024 Bitcoin speech. Thank you, Subu, for putting this. On day one, I will fire Gary Gensler and appoint a new SEC chairman. He'll create a U.S. government strategic national Bitcoin stockpile if elected. U.S. government will keep 100% of Bitcoin it owns. Bitcoin is going to the moon. Never sell your Bitcoin. This is a summary of Donald Trump's conference speech. Bitcoin will one day probably surpass the market cap of gold. I reaffirm my pledge to commute Ross Ulbricht's sentence. He was a young boy that was put in jail for more than 10 years, all because he built a website, a marketplace where people were buying and selling stuff with Bitcoin. But he just made a marketplace. They were using it to sell illicit things, but he's got 2 life in jail prison sentences. And Donald Trump says he will pledge to commute his sentence. Amazing. There will never be a CBDC while I'm the president of the United States. Bitcoin and crypto will skyrocket like never before if he's elected president. Bitcoin is not threatening the dollar. The current US government is threatening the dollar. The United States will be the crypto capital of the planet and Bitcoin superpower of the world. This is from his speech. Bitcoin stands for freedom, sovereignty, independence from government coercion and control. I pledge to the Bitcoin community that the day I take oath of office, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, anti-crypto crusade will be over. Which is amazing by Donald Trump. That's my updates in the market, everyone. Again, all the links are down below. The course, Bybit, join us to trade their $30,000 bonus. The courses, the Telegram, join and talk to us all in the Telegram. Thank you all for the questions. I hope you learned a lot. I hope I answered a lot of questions. Love you all. Let me know more questions, more tickers, where you're from, which country flags that you're speaking to. I love you all. Join us in the Telegram. Have an amazing Sunday, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.